I've lived in St Helens pretty much my whole life, grew up there playing as a youngster. So.
Do you live there now?
I still live there, yeah.
So how did you get into playing rugby?
I used to play cricket when I was younger actually, and then there wasn't any cricket clubs, so I saw rugby on telly and I thought I'd give it a go.
How old were you when you...
I was 9, 10 I think.
And have you always been a second rower since beginning rugby?
Oh no, I started off on the wings, just joined and just shoved me on the wing, and then played a bit of everywhere really. I think I played every position going.
So who did you start playing rugby with?
Started with Oral St James, and then I moved to Blackbrook when I was about 13.
What was your first professional team?
First professional team, St Helens.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. It was the best time of my life, yeah.
What age were you snapped up at St Helens?
I was in the youth system since about 11, so I've been there pretty much. I've been there my whole life, sort of thing.
So has rugby always been your favourite sport, or was it cricket before?
Oh, well, I grew up in Sri Lanka, so cricket was always my favourite, and swimming.
Between what ages did you live in Sri Lanka?
I was there for about 2 till I was about 10 when I moved back to England with my mum.
Did you enjoy living over in Sri Lanka?
Oh, it was brilliant. It was amazing.
And did you watch rugby league on telly in Sri Lanka, or was it not?
Oh no, I didn't know what it was. Just cricket.
So how did you get into playing for Halifax?
Oh well, when I was at Widnes, I broke my ankle in pre-season and it had been a pretty rough patch for me. And I wasn't getting in the team, and then I asked my agent to try and get me on loan, and Halifax were interested and was made up, snapped it up.
How long did your broken ankle keep you out of playing rugby?
Oh well, I did it in my first session, pretty much, and did start back playing for about 6 or 7 months, I think.
So have you ever played for St Helens?
Yeah, I played a few games in the first team, yeah.
What was it like? Were they in the Super League?
Yeah, it was good, mate, yeah. It's tough trying to keep your place in the team. I was probably never going to be a regular, so I had to move on, so I moved to Harlequins.
What was the difference between the Super League and Championship level?
I think between the top teams, there's different. I think it's just consistency throughout the league. I think every team in Super League is pretty much as good as each other, but I think the Championship, the difference between the top and bottom teams is a lot more.
Obviously, rugby league as a sport relies on a salary cap to pay wages. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I think it has a bit of an effect on young lads, because obviously the best players are always going to get the majority of the money, but I suppose it's a good thing. It stops clubs going out and spending more than what they've got, and I think a lot of clubs would go into administration if they didn't have it. So.
And how's the game improving down south? Is it making steps forward?
I would say so, yeah. I think scholars are coming on a little bit more, and I think the fan base is getting a little bit bigger, so yeah, I think it's coming on. There's a lot of really good young players come from like Louis Scarsbrook, and I think Mike Warrency's Bradford now. They've come through Harlequins, so and Tony Clubb as well, he's another main one. Some of them have played for England, so yeah, it's coming on pretty good.
And obviously you've played under a lot of coaches now at Harlequins, St Helens, and a few other clubs. How has that helped your game?
I think every coach brings a different thing to the table, so I think you pick different things up from each of them, so I think that's pretty good for me. It's been quite an advantage for me.
How are you personally trying to improve for this season?
I think mainly I just need to get my fitness back, so I lost a lot when I broke my ankle being in a cast, so mainly just got to get my fitness back up and my speed back up.
What's the best moment you've ever had in rugby league?
Winning grand final at Salford's pretty good. I don't know, probably making my debut for St Helens as well at Knowsley Road.
What was that like, making your debut?
Oh, it was quite scary actually. Come on after 20 minutes and Bradford were all over us, so I was pretty knackered at half time.
And obviously the back row at Halifax is quite old, and some older, more senior players in there. How does that help your game?
It's got a lot to learn from the players, especially players like Dids. He's a great player, so it's good to look up to, someone to aspire to. So.
We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it.